the Ohio Valley miracle that changed everything. Sarah's diagnosis was a death sentence. The doctors gave her weeks, maybe months, to live. Her lungs, once strong and vibrant, were failing, succumbing to an aggressive and rare condition that had no known cure. The small town of Dover, Ohio, a place where everyone knows your name, was holding its breath, preparing for the worst. But what happened next defies all logic, science, and explanation. The hospital room was quiet, filled with the sterile hum of machines and the soft sobs of her family. Sarah herself was fading, her breath a shallow, rattling sound. It was on one of these long, sorrowful nights that he appeared. He was an elderly man, dressed in a simple, worn jacket, and he walked into the room without a sound. He didn't seem to have a badge, and no one saw him enter the hospital. He didn't say a word. He simply stood at the foot of her bed, his gaze fixed on her. Sarah, barely conscious, felt a sudden, profound shift. The cold despair that had been her constant companion was replaced by an immense warmth, a gentle heat that spread from her toes to the top of her head. It was a feeling of perfect peace, a quiet power that seemed to fill the entire room, pushing back the shadows and the sadness. The man at the end of the bed, his face lined with kindness, held his hand out, not touching her, but hovering just above her chest. A soft, almost imperceptible light seemed to emanate from his palm. In that moment, Sarah's family, exhausted and lost in their grief, had stepped out of the room for a moment. They returned to find Sarah awake, sitting up in bed, a radiant light in her eyes. The man was gone. They raced to her side, expecting to find her in a final, lucid moment. Instead, they found her breathing deeply, her color returning, the rattling gone. Her first words were a whisper, "He gave me a gift." The doctors were baffled. The subsequent scans showed no trace of the disease. Her lungs were clear, her body healthy. The medical community had no answer. The town talked, of course, but the story was always the same. A man appeared, and Sarah was healed, but who was he? A forgotten relative, a traveling faith healer, an angel. The hospital records showed no visitor. No security footage captured his image, and no one in Dover recognized the description of the kind-faced stranger. He simply came and he simply went, leaving behind a miracle and an unanswerable question. Sarah, now in perfect health, lives her life as a testament to that night. The mystery of the man remains unsolved, a profound secret shared by a small town and a life that was given back. Was he a spiritual messenger, a vessel for a greater power, or something else entirely? Whatever he was, his arrival and disappearance prove that sometimes the most profound events in our lives are the most unexplainable. If you found this story as moving and mysterious as we did, be sure to give this video a like, share it with someone who might need to hear a story of hope, and subscribe to our channel for more true stories of the unexplainable.